We love hip hop.
So a bunch of victims have been popping out. Maybe I should open YouTube and we'll go into some of the things, that whole press conference. I don't want to go deep into the weeds with that whole press conference because that's been probably dragged to death right now. Let's see here. Diddy press con. Let's see if there's any updates first before because there was a lawsuit with way more people that were coming out against him. This is from 23 hours ago. So yeah, the last update was from from yesterday. So I'll play some of this. Why am I not hearing nothing right now? Un momento. We ain't hearing anything. Nothing? Okay, there we go.
As I said, our law firms have been retained by 120 individuals at this point to pursue cases in civil court against Sean Diddy Combs. You should know, in this group, it is evenly divided between males and females.
Yikes.
There are 60 males and 60 females
So my bad, not 100, 120
have joined us to pursue these claims as plaintiffs. In this group, 62% identify as African American, 30% are white, and the remainder are Hispanic or Asian. The victims are from more than 25 states. The majority are from California, New York, Georgia, and Florida. And I want to focus on the ages of these victims. When you talk about the ages of the victims when the conduct occurred, it's shocking. Our youngest victim at the time of the occurrence was 9 years old. We have an individual who was 14 years old.
Yikes.
We have one who was 15. 25 of the 120 individuals who are plaintiffs in these cases were minors at the time of the acts complained of.
Now, also keep in mind that this is a new case. This is not the one that he's already in jail for. This is a new case that's popped up. This new lawyer, I guess what they call one of those joint lawsuits. Everybody got together and said, you know what? Okay, we got another case for this guy over here. So this is not the one that he's currently inside for. I'm sure it's not helping, but it's a separate case. Just keep that in mind.
The time frame of the acts complained of is very wide. The conduct at issue spans from the years 1991 all the way till this year, 2024. If you wonder why...
Your call may be recorded for call quality assurance purposes. Thank you for calling the Sean P. Diddy Combs Abuse Helpline. This call is being recorded. We understand the strength and courage it takes to come forward. Any information you provide will be kept completely confidential, but we expect full honesty in order to properly assist you with your potential case. By staying on the line, you agree to provide accurate information to the best of your knowledge under penalty of perjury. Please hold for the next available representative.
Thank you for calling. This is Rob speaking on a recorded line. How may I assist you?
Hi, Rob. How could I go about filing a case?
Okay, and would you be trying to file a case under the Sean Combs abuse lawsuit?
Yes. I just need a little bit more information before I even file the case. Like, is this like a joint case that I'm going to be doing with a bunch of other people? How does this work?
No, it falls under either class action or mass tort litigation.
Okay. What do I have? What has to have been done to me for me to be able to file? And like, am I able to file anonymously?
Well, not anonymously because, I mean, we could go ahead and file a preferred name for you, but anonymously, no, because if you qualify, let's say you qualify, right? Your legal name would have to be on documents, would have to be on legal documents, especially when it goes to the court. If your legal name have to be on documents when your case is presented, if you qualify.
Okay, and because just to understand, it's a little bit hard for me to get this out, right? What would I have to? What would entail me qualifying?
Mainly, were you sexually abused by Sean Combs and or his employees and or business entities or other associates?
Okay. Can I think about it for a moment? Are you guys like, are you 24/7 or 24 hours?
Yes, sir. Yes, my office is 24 hours a day. You can reach out to us at any time whenever you feel comfortable enough to talk about it. Then yes, and a legal intake representative will always be available to assist you in filing your claim and possibly getting qualified and signed up for it. Okay.
Okay. Thank you very much.
You're welcome.
Have a good
great rest of your day.
Thank you.
Thank you.
I was a little traumatized. So there you got it. I know Ack was trying to get through the line yesterday, and it was, I think when the line first popped off, it was just way too busy. But if y'all feel that you've been touched by Diddy in any type of way, he gave you a little bit of that take that too many times. What's the number again? 1-800-200-7474.
There are so many alleged victims. That's your answer. We're talking about more than 25 years of this type of conduct. Now, although most of the victims who have stepped forward were victimized after 2015, this has been going on for a very long time. Now, when you think about the fact that some of this conduct occurred 25 years ago, and you wonder why would it take somebody so long to step forward?
Down to earth. Thank you. Thank you. I was waiting for that. That shows if Friday Ricky's dumbass dread could call these guys willy-nilly and be like, yo, I feel like I've been touched. Where are the limitations here? How many people have already gotten through that line? Yesterday when I was watching Axe Live, he couldn't get through the line after the first time that he tried because it was clogged up. There was so many people that were calling in real time when the phone number first went up. To me right there, that's proof that bare people are calling, trolling. He touched me. He said, take that. And take that again. Right? I feel like my call was on the tame end of trying to find some information. I could have went stupid crazy and got on some Jerky Boys type shit.
I want to remind you that many states in the United States have recognized that it's very difficult for a victim to step forward and to make these types of allegations when something very terrible has happened to them. I'll use New York, the state of.
And listen, I'm not trying to clown any of the victims, any who really got that take that from Diddy. Okay, there's real victims out here, but this case sounds a little bit of a witch hunt. They went through some things, and I'm not going to go through the whole video. Obviously, we ain't got time for all of that. But they're saying that the ages range from 9 years old all the way to people in adults, obviously. But 9. Oof. I'm not trying to be a Diddy defender or anything. And I feel like it's deja vu because I've said this before, but bruh, it's too much. There's another interesting thing about this that I just wanted to bring up quick fast. I'll pull up my Instagram. Because Dr. Umar was making some great points when it came to this whole Diddy thing. Y'all remember Vince McMahon? Obviously, y'all know who he is. But y'all remember he had a case or an expose, let's say, not the case, because he was never actually arrested for all of the stuff that he was doing with that woman. Defecating on her, all type of wild shit. Man never got arrested. And let me reemphasize, I am not a Diddy defender. We're not doing that today. Okay, Diddy has been proven to be a nasty man and an abuser. But I'm saying,
look at Vince McMahon of the WWE. Vince McMahon was accused of sex trafficking. Okay. multiple times, allegedly. This woman says that Vince McMahon forced her to have sex with different men, different women. He defecated on her head. He defecated on her head, and while she was covered in human feces,
Yo, the Undertaker music is crazy. Hold on, I need to go to a bigger view of this. We gotta let Dr. Umar cook proper. Like this from 3 days ago. It should be somewhere around here.
Look at Vince McMahon of the WWE. Vince McMahon was accused of in sex trafficking, okay, multiple times, allegedly. This woman says that Vince McMahon forced her to have sex with different men, different women. He defecated on her head. He defecated on her head, and while she was covered in human feces.
You see the woman that's on the bottom over here? That's Vince's victim. Looks kind of like Elizabeth. Remember Elizabeth, Randy Macho Man's wife? Luther Randy Macho Man Savage. That's who I named my cat after.
He forced her to continue to engage in sexual trafficking. This went on for a period of time. He was never arrested. The federal government claims to be investigating Vince McMahon, but his home.
Down to Earth said NDA. Nah, well, didn't Diddy have NDAs? And listen, I'm not trying to be a Diddy defender. I always got to put that out there. Disclaimer, not a Diddy defender. Diddy's a nasty man. But I'm just saying, there's others who are out there who are doing some Do y'all remember what happened with the Vince McMahon case?
Have never been rated. Look at how Vince McMahon has been treated, and look at Sean Puffy Combs. Look at Vince McMahon of the.
Let's pull up some old Vince shit, because I feel, and again, not a Diddy defender. However, this nigga Vince was wilding. Vince McMahon. Oh, is there a documentary? Ooh. They're doing a documentary on this guy? Hold on.
The new documentary just dropped on Vince McMahon. It's called Mr. McMahon. And even before it came out, like a day before it came out, Vince posted a statement on Twitter addressing it. His statement basically says he doesn't have any regrets, which is what everyone with regrets says. You stinkify your ass and then pretend it doesn't bother you, and it was actually just part of your master plan.
Talk to them, Charlie.
He goes on to say that he thought he was going to be participating in an objective story about his life, but it turns out it was all a misrepresentation, misleading, using editing tricks and out-of-context footage, smoke and mirrors to distort viewer perception. It's all a bunch of hooey. They trapped you in a genjutsu to make it not like Vince McMahon. When I heard he made this statement immediately.
This is another one. This is not the Netflix one, obviously. Netflix ain't gonna... We ain't gonna find a Netflix one over here. But what's this one saying?
For words are then, now...
In 1992, Vince McMahon was the sole owner and controller of the then WWF, the World Wrestling Federation. And alongside his stat, 2021, a USA Today article stated that her cause of death was indeed hanging. In the sickbay, an IV was placed in her arm almost immediately. Jimmy Hart checked on Ashley, and Ashley informed him that she was waiting for a doctor to arrive, so Jimmy and others left the camp to get lunch. After a couple of hours, a man in an orange t-shirt and shorts appears, and Massaro heard others say that it was his birthday. The man presented himself as a US Army doctor, but Massaro doubts this as the man was not in scrubs like the rest of the facility. While in the sickbay, IV already in one arm, the man administered an IV of unknown substance in the other arm. In Massaro's own words, almost immediately after, the alleged doctor and the woman in fatigues moved me into a room that did not appear to be a treatment room and placed me on a table. The woman guarded the door while the man proceeded to inject me with a drug that caused me to be unable to move my body or to scream.
Whoa!
In Ashley Massaro's own words, she describes the rape that's about to take place. The man then proceeded to violently rape and
Oh, no. YouTube.
The US military. Vince allegedly she did nightmare. Eventually, Gary Hart returned and was banging on the closed door to be let in. The man and the woman yelled 1 minute and threw a dirty quilt on Massaro as she laid naked on the table.
Oh my God.
$1 million settlement that McMahon paid to a former subordinate months earlier. This stemmed from a series of anonymous emails that the board received on March 30th, 2022,
And
allegedly
not just
from a
that,
friend of Miss Grant. This in turn turned up additional settlements with other women. Miss Grant's name was not revealed at the time. According to the emails, Miss Grant had gotten a raise from $100,000 to $200,000 annually due to her sexual relationship with Vince McMahon. The emails
Ooh.
further alleged that McMahon gave her like a toy to John Laurinaitis, becoming his assistant.
So basically the same thing that Diddy was doing. Exactly the same. You know, the timing is crazy. I keep having to go back to Cat Williams. All your dirty big dick deviance is going down in 2024. Isn't that what he said? Look at the downfall of Vince McMahon. You know what? Dr. Umar might have to back up a little bit on that take. I respect Dr. Umar's takes some of the time. I'm not going to say most of the time. Some of the time. But that one right there, yes, he's not arrested. He should be arrested, to be honest. You know what? I'll back up again. Sorry, my bad. Back to you, Dr. Umar. You get your props again. They should have arrested this nigga a long time ago for the amount of things that they alleged this guy of giving this woman to other guys in the staff and wrestlers and all types of shit. You would think that he would have a lawsuit, but he ain't got no lawsuit, but he got a doc. Huh. What's this?
Act bad, act bad, act bad, act bad, act.
No.
Come here. Can you go get some girls so we can be in the bedroom with some girls? Let's get some girls up here, please. First and foremost, I'm not getting in the bed.
You asking the wrong person the wrong question. That's a good question.
Say pause. Don't acknowledge this. Nothing to do with me and Puff. Nothing to do with me and Puff right now. Hold on.
Kevin Hart, like many, distancing himself from Diddy after the mogul's arrest and federal indictment.
Do you think he's safe in jail?
Wrong question.
The reason Kevin's being questioned is because of this newly
Oh man, this guy can't walk the block without getting hit up by the paparazzis, yo. What about Diddy? Wasn't you at the party, B?
discovered footage
What about them videotapes with you and Diddy?
of him hosting a Diddy hotel party back in 2010.
I'm not jumping the tub myself. Once everybody moves out, just me and the lady. What I do best?
Yeah. What is he seeing when the cameras are off? Shorty's hair went on fire? Watch this. I don't mean to laugh at Shorty's pain, but bro.
Did the camera catch that? Got the camera.
That is one bikini-clad woman's hair catching on fire in the hot tub.
Snap.
None of the celeb guests at this party.
Was that Swiss Beat? Zone.
None of the celeb guests at this party have been accused of any wrongdoing.
That's my brother right here from day one.
The names that we're going to name are names that will shock you.
Today, the case against Diddy took an even more disturbing turn. For the first time, we're hearing allegations of sexual assault involving minors.
Our youngest victim at the time of the
Right,
occurrence
Popcorn? Ain't no party like a Diddy party.
was 9 years old. We have an individual who was 14 years old.
You're going to jail. You're going to jail. All y'all niggas, all y'all dirty dick deviants.
We have one who was 15.
Today, I spoke with Texas attorney Tony
Where's
Busby,
Ross?
who is representing 120 new accusers in upcoming lawsuits.
You mentioned that there will be cases filed by as many as 25 different minors right now.
Bottle boys, where's Ross? We looking for you, Ross. We want to talk to you.
And specifically, you mentioned a 9-year-old
You got some explaining to do.
boy. Tell us about what you know about that case.
So the allegation is going to be that a 9-year-old child was sexually assaulted, allegedly by Sean Combs and several others.
You're going to name names in these lawsuits. As of now, do you have celebrity names?
Yo, we such clout chasers, man. I'm not gonna lie. Everybody jumped on this story. It's not just me. I'm not just us meager YouTubers, our small little YouTube channels. Look at this. Look at the production on this. ETV, Entertainment Tonight Television. Okay, nigga got a full suit. This guy who got a new lawsuit and a 1-800 number. So tell us more about this.
I do. I think people already are suspecting some of the names that you might see.
I'm gonna become a lawyer tomorrow and follow suit. I'm gonna get on Entertainment Tonight. Watch this. Hold my beer or hold my water.
Some of them will be shocking, though. People that attended the parties that watched some of this behavior occur and stood by and let it happen.
All of this as Diddy's legal team filed an appeal, hoping to reverse the judge's decision to revoke bail.
Mr. Combs' lawyers respond.
Matter of fact, I'm gonna call back later on, and I'm actually gonna file a suit. He touched me. Pause. No Diddy. He touched me. I'm traumatized. Am I gonna get to be on TV too? Do I get to stand behind homeboy? I feel violated. And listen, I'm not trying to make fun of any of the real victims. Okay? I'm just saying, do I get to be on TV if I file something on this 1-800 number? Because right now it's a free-for-all. Right? Young Money say, hey, yo, I know, right? I'm sorry. I'm just trying to make a point, man.
Responded to the allegations, and they said they can't answer every baseless lawsuit. What is your response to that?
I think that's right. But the good news for them is that when we file the lawsuit, we're going to make sure they know who the plaintiff is. We'll address it in due course.
The music is hella dramatic. That's crazy. And this is not the suit. This is not the one he's in jail for. This is not the one he can't get bail for. This is a whole separate suit. Let me see what the poll's saying right here. We got 75 votes in here. Is Diddy cooked? 92% says yes, 8% says no. What if he ain't, though? What if they throw this case out? He got 120 victims or alleged victims in this new case. If anything, if they have to throw out, let's say, 30 of these cases, and then he just has to pay off the rest of the cases and get them out of the way. If anything, if that anything close to not being a slam dunk, I'm not being a Diddy defender, but the boy Diddy might have a leg to stand on. I'm just trying to tackle this case from all angles. For if we really want to take Diddy down, or we don't want to take Diddy down, I mean, if we want him to face justice, all right, because there's obviously a takedown that's been happening now at the same time, because other people are guilty of the same shit, but they're taking Diddy down for it. And I'm not excusing what Diddy said or did, I mean, but I'm saying Vince McMahon, they're stringing this guy all over the place. They have locked up some other people. For people from Canada, they locked up that nigga from Headley. We're going to get into somebody else in a quick minute as far as people that they got their eye on for being too touchy-feely. So I feel justice is being served right now as far as Diddy being in jail for the accusations that they have him on. But this dude that I got up here on the screen, I think he might be overreaching. He might have a few victims in his list that are actual victims. Right? Tracy Stefanik says R. Kelly too, for sure. They got Kels. But with this whole Diddy thing right now, I feel half of this shit is true, and then half of the shit is just frivolous lawsuits at this point. The Lil Rod lawsuit, trash. And now you got this guy with a 1-800 number that I can call and just say whatever. Come on, B. If we really, really want to get Diddy, if they really want to bring him to justice, they need to only address the most substantial shit. Because having this guy on Entertainment Tonight, as well as I'm sure a bunch of other media outlets, is just making this case seem more and more frivolous, and everybody seems to be a clout chaser, including Diddy's own lawyers. Like, you can't be getting on these TVs talking about the case like this, B. About how much baby oil and, you know, Costco and all type of shit. And, hey, yo, Costco, y'all ain't right, man. You trying to tell me Costco don't sell no goddamn baby oil? Stop lying, B. I could swear I was in Costco the other day and I seen baby oil. I wasn't looking for I wasn't like looking for it, but I passed the aisle where the baby oil is. You're telling me of all things that you could have that you could not have in your huge establishments that sells bulk of everything. Top Myself says Costco doesn't sell baby oil. Are we sure? I know they made a statement, so I'm not gonna call them liars for that, but come on, B. So then you're gonna go into Costco, and of all the things that you can't get in there is the baby oil. I would have never thought about that until Diddy. No Diddy. To be honest. Because you would just assume that they have baby oil. That's a strange thing to not have on their inventory. So you're telling me we got to go buy all this shit. I'm buying, you know, big tubs of peanut butter like this. I got to get 4 ketchups at a time. I can't get the one ketchup. It has to be a package of 4 all together with the mustard and the relish and all that shit. Right? I can't get, you know, a dozen eggs. I got to get like 5 dozen eggs. I can go get myself a Tommy Hilfiger tracksuit, but I can't get no goddamn baby oil? Make that make sense. I got to go to a whole other store after I bought almost everything in the world in this one store? How does that make sense? Don't they even have their own brand of shit? Don't they got Kirkland brand baby oil? That don't even make sense. Now I'm befuddled of all the things they cannot have in their shit. I know that's not the point, but like, goddamn. And they came out the woodworks quick. Like, nah, B, we don't got no baby oil over here. Oh, he's lying. Got you there. That's the one thing we don't have. Okay, you can go buy tires for your car over there in bulk. But baby oil? Nah, we ain't got none. I could buy quail eggs over there. Not even just regular eggs, like specific type shit. And you're telling me you ain't got no baby oil? Oh, shit. That's fine. Anyhow, he's fried regardless. I'm going to leave that there because no matter how much frivolous lawsuits they got on him, they got the nigga in jail for a reason. And they're not going to let go of him until they get at least some time out of this nigga. What's this? Dame Dash exposes billionaires who turned out to not be Clive. Yeah, Clive Davis, he's been silent, but we went over that already. I'm not going to go into the Tisa Tell video, but salute to her. Okay.
We love hip hop.